It's fun because things are actually happening. Very different than most of the time when people get elected.
And I will shut down the federal Department of Education, and we will move everything back to the state.
Most of the time when people get elected, they claim all these things when they're running for president. Then they get into office and not much changes.
Individualize education and do it with the love for their children.
And in fact, a lot of what they campaigned on, they don't practice at all. Great example is the Obama administration. The Hope and Change website had to be changed because there was a bunch of stuff in there about whistleblowers.
I don't think Mr. Snowden was a patriot. I called for a thorough review of our surveillance operations before Mr. Snowden made these leaks. My preference would have been for a lawful, orderly examination of these laws.
Protecting whistleblowers, which they didn't do at all. It was one of the worst administrations for whistleblowers.
What goes down when Joe Rogan sets his sights on Barack Obama? Let's just say the whole hope and change thing got knocked out by elk meat and a microdose. Rogan didn't just criticize Obama. He turned the former president into of how not to deal with real life. If you thought presidential speeches were polished, just wait until Joe breaks them down with a smoothie in hand and a skeptical look. Get ready. This roast packs more punch than Obama's drone strikes.
Obama did it, and it's disgusting. It's a disgusting lie. Let's play it.
Said that there were very fine people on both sides of a white supremacist rally.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides. I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
See, that's crazy. I have never seen that last part of it
because the news has said that lie over and over and over and over.
Barack Obama walked through his 8 years in office like that guy at the gym who checks himself out for 40 minutes but couldn't lift a pack of marshmallows. He preached hope, change, and unity with all the over-the-top energy of a motivational poster taped to a sinking boat. While the world was burning, he grinned like it was just another Netflix comedy roast. Slick speeches, zero responsibility, and a Nobel Peace Prize tossed in like a party favor at a dictator's birthday party.
Can I get a glass of water? I'm serious. I'm thirsty. Can I get a glass of water? This is not a prank.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh,
it's amazing.
No.
He gets a glass of Flint tap water, and I swear to God, he drinks it like this,
Problem
He's
is solved?
bullshitting the world. Watch this.
Can I get some water? I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Usually when something isn't a stunt, you have to say
It's
that.
100% a stunt. When was the last time a president stopped a speech to ask, can I get a glass of water? What? They would never do that. They would have water ready for him. No, you bring a fucking water on stage with you.
Joe Rogan didn't even come in swinging. He just kicked back, raised an eyebrow, and dropped one of those signature Rogan curveballs. That's all it took. Obama started glitching like a spotty Wi-Fi signal in a basement. All that smooth charm? Gone. In a flash, the calm, composed, cool guy image fell apart, and what was left looked more like a malfunctioning spokesperson trying to pitch expired optimism. Rogan didn't roast him. He broke him down piece by piece until all that remained was a suit, a grin, and no real answers.
Obama, during this Kamala Harris administration, it changed my opinion of that guy.
I don't understand how we got so toxic, so divided, and so bitter. And
He said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that.
Did you have a high opinion of him before?
Yeah, I did just as an intelligent person, a statesman. He's probably caught up in the system. It's very difficult to make real meaningful change. You think you're going to do something and then you get into office and you're like, oh God, what a quagmire this place is. But watching him just straight up lie.
Obama was billed as a game changer. Instead, he turned into the guy who shows up at a protest, snaps a selfie, and sells the footage to Netflix. Beneath the smooth talk and Spotify-approved swagger was a politician so mass-produced he made IKEA furniture seem handcrafted. He could give a 40-minute speech on compassion, then authorize a drone strike before the applause even died out. He spoke about peace the way fast food chains talk about nutrition, technically true, but served with a deep-fried dose of hypocrisy.
Obama during this Kamala Harris administration, it changed my opinion of that guy.
I don't understand how we got so toxic, so divided, and so bitter.
He said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that.
Did you have a high opinion of him
Yeah,
before?
I did. I did, just as an intelligent person, a statesman. He's probably like caught up in the system. It's very difficult to make real meaningful change. You think you're going to do something, and then you get into office, and you're like, oh God, what a quagmire this place is. But watching him just straight up lie.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan dismantled Barack Obama's polished persona using nothing but plain logic and that signature Rogan delivery, part genuine curiosity, part, are you even hearing yourself right now? He didn't roll in with data sheets or think tank buzzwords. Just a simple question like, wait, isn't that completely insane? And just like that, Obama's legacy started shaking like a house of cards balanced on a drone strike. This was the guy who promised his presidency would be the gold standard for transparency, and then left behind a surveillance machine so bloated it might qualify for its own zip code. It's like saying you'll clean out the attic and instead installing a conveyor belt that dumps more junk in every day. And yeah, let's talk drones. Obama handled them like missile-equipped fidget spinners. While everyone else was playing Fruit Ninja, he was launching payloads. Joe broke it all down perfectly. If your big win still leaves people pawning their car to afford stitches, maybe it's not much of a win. If going to the doctor requires a tutorial, 3 logins, and a decoder ring from a cereal box just to figure out the bill, you're not repairing the system. You're building a bureaucratic escape room. And somehow, Barack sold that with a grin.
You ever see that? He sips it like this. He barely drank it.
There you go. Generally, I have not been doing stunts here, but,
Watch this. What was that?
It just confirms Flint water is drinkable.
Get him gallons of that and then monitor his diarrhea.
He wants Hitler's generals to take over, and he's genuinely dangerous. Cut to yesterday and the two of them. There they are chatting. Barack's laughing, genuinely laughing, to where like his body is shaking.
And let's not gloss over the economy. Obama rode the post-crisis recovery like a kid claiming he built the roller coaster he just got off. Rogan's take? More like, congrats on surviving a crash you didn't prevent, and patting yourself on the back for not torching the house again right after. The guy could spin a recession into a personal growth arc. Unemployment spikes? That's a learning opportunity. Wages freeze? Welcome to Resilience Boot Camp. Then there's race. Obama had a rare shot at bridging the racial divide. Instead, he doused a dumpster fire in organic essential oils and called it aromatherapy. He tried to play both ends, like a DJ desperate to keep boomers and Gen Z vibing on the same dance floor. 1 minute he'd drop a track for the progressives, next he's moonwalking straight into the VIP donor suite. One day he's the face of change, the next he's pocketing 6 figures from the same banks that turned foreclosure into a household word. Rogan laughed, not because it was a joke, but because the absurdity had outpaced satire. Obama became the remix of Hope, featuring auto-tuned accountability and a corporate beat drop.
Now that he's a Netflix producer, along with his 8-adult wife, Michelle, he's producing more racial division. The latest is called Leave the World Behind. It's a fictional thriller about the collapse of technology and what humans would do with no phones or computers. The movie follows a family on vacation at a rental house, and one night they're visited by a father and a daughter who show up seeking shelter. They say their phones no longer work and they need a place to stay. So immediately the white family, because they're evil, that's included in their DNA of course, is suspicious of the visitors because they're black. And it goes on and on and on like this. Here's a clip.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be dulled out easily to anyone, especially white people.
Can't trust white people. They're evil. This is the guy, remember, who became famous at the Democratic Convention in 2004 by telling us that there's no white America, there's no black America, it's just one America. But of course, that's not really a profit model in politics, is it? So he's been stoking race hatred ever since, and the disarray around us is the result.
Joe didn't need a doctorate in political science, a policy institute, or a swarm of Ivy League aides to spotlight the theatrical nonsense. All it took was a mic, a working brain, and the guts to say what half the country was already muttering, while the other half tweeted out #hope from behind the wheel of their Teslas. Meanwhile, Obama was busy pushing the literary sequel nobody asked for, Memoir 2, Electric Boogaloo. Because nothing screams, I'm still just like you, quite like a $65 million publishing deal and a skyscraper foundation selling $80 coffee mugs and algorithm-approved inspirational playlists. And what did the Obama Foundation actually deliver? Empowered communities? More like inflated egos, luxury keynote tours, and enough branding to make Amazon look low-key. It's like the Avengers. If all they did was wear tailored suits, drop TED Talk buzzwords, and pose for drone footage. At this point, the only thing Obama's successfully elevated is the nation's tolerance for motivational nonsense disguised as leadership. Oh, and let's talk about climate change. This is the same guy who sounded the alarm about rising sea levels, then bought oceanfront property like he wanted a front-row seat to the apocalypse. Because nothing screams environmental urgency like building your forever home right where the water's allegedly coming to take it back.
Obama went on stage, and he roasted Trump.
Donald Trump is here tonight.
And one of the lines he said to Trump, he said, "I'm one thing that you'll never be," which is the president of the United States.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
And you could see Trump in his head going, "Oh, okay, I'm going to run now." That one moment where Obama was talking shit to him might be the reason why Trump was like, "I'll show you."